Happy Tuesday, Flosstube. It is Tuesday, July 23rd. It's my husband's 50th birthday today. I didn't just remember that now. We had a little surprise drinks party for him last night. So yeah, 50, the big 50. So my guy. Anyways, my name's Caroline. Thank you for coming back to visit with me today. If this is your first time, welcome. I normally record videos on Monday, but had a little bit of drama around here. Something that don't worry, I'm dealing with it. I know there's been a lot of, unfortunately I had to make it a little bit more public than I would have liked, but that's done now. Moving forward, any further problems moving forward with this situation are just going to be dealt directly with through the police. So no more drama llama. Let's get back to stitching. Okay, we have a couple of giveaways to talk about. First one is the Because Monday drawing and giveaway that happens over on the Facebook group. This was last week's draw was the Lizzie Kate Flip It, the June pattern. And I had 135 comments on that posting, and the random number generator chose comment 131. So almost right to the very end there. So congratulations, Linda Dome. You are the lucky winner of the Lizzie Kate Flip It. The second giveaway was the giveaway from Claire at www.celtichobbies.com, who very generously has been giving away 5 weeks worth of pattern giveaways, which has been incredible and so fun. And thank you again, Claire. Really, thank you. The winner of that, the YouTube random comment picker, chose Libby Stitches. So congratulations, Libby. In fact, I've already heard from you. I heard from you last night, and I've already forwarded your information to Claire. So congratulations. You are the lucky winner of the pincushion pattern from Landmark Tapestries and Charts. Okay, so we need a new giveaway for this week. This is Trail Creek Farm pattern. I've given away one of their patterns before, but this is a different one. And it is an adorable sheep pattern. So the saying on it says, "You mean the world to us." And you could always change that to say, "You mean the world to me," if you wanted to personalize that a little bit more for whoever you were stitching it for. But it's quite adorable. And what I really like about this pattern is actually the font that they've used for those words. Even though they're back stitching, I'm not a fan of back stitching. However, I think it would be worth it. The secondary pattern on here as well, I think is adorable. Because I love you. Cute. All right, so that's it for giveaways. I have a list today. Because it's John's birthday and because it's Tuesday, it's not my normal recording day, I am under a little bit of a time crunch. So knowing myself as well as I do and my propensity to talk a lot, I made a list so I would stick to the format. I feel really weird not doing a video. You know, I've missed a few weeks before where I couldn't record a video, and I always feel a little bit off. Does that make sense? I really like habit and routine for the most part, and so not doing a Monday video felt very strange. Anyways, following the list. That was deviating from the list. I have some information about a retreat that's happening in Australia. Many of you who are on Instagram, and I'm sorry, I'm just gonna look up the message here so that I make sure that I get the information correct. On Instagram, our very own creative curator, and I'm gonna put how you spell her Instagram handle up on the screen there. Creative curator, both 2 Ks, 1 word, Carrie. Carrie is wonderful, and her projects that her Instagram feed is amazing. I mean, she's really quite inspiring. She does a lot of different crafts, and I think, a bit of a kindred spirit, because I'm kind of like that myself. If you see something different and unique that you want to try, it's a lot of fun. So Carrie is hosting a retreat in, I'm gonna hope I say this right, Mittagong, which is in New South Wales in Australia. And get this, it's only $50 per person. So it's taking place the 21st to the 24th of November, which is Thursday to Sunday. It's only $50 a person for lots of fun and goodies, but there are only 50 places. So get your email registration in there quick. If you're interested in this retreat, you can email for more information to mittagongstitchersretreat@gmail.com. And I'm going to include all that information in the drop-down box below in case you're interested. And I totally wish that I could go, because it is definitely one of my dreams to one day visit Australia. And one day I'm going to go and stay with Carrie, because she's all that and a bag of chips. Okay, so what else have we got here? Oh, stitching. I guess we should talk about stitching. Sorry, it's Tuesday. I'm a little off today. The last week I did some stitching, but not as much. It's never as much as we hope it's going to be. So I worked a little bit more on Savon. I did a little bit more of the black fill-in, but I didn't even finish that sort of ribbon band border that was there. I took a tiny little bit of video of, what I did, just so that I could prove that I'd done a few extra stitches. So I'll just insert that here. So as you can see, barely anything, but that's okay. It's all good. Every stitch counts. The other thing that I worked on was my Northern Expressions needlework Shades of Wine. And here we go. So it's a favorite color. I love this color. I wear this color. Hey, and I haven't been wearing my magenta jackets very often. So there you go. In honor of my Shades of Wine, I'm wearing my favorite color again. So it was this middle section that I focused on. And I did, a few hours worth of work on it. Not as much as I wanted to. The day that I had to stitch was last Saturday. And I was just kind of, we all have those feelings sometimes where it's just like, I don't know what I feel like doing. So I read a little bit and I stitched a little bit and I knit a little bit, and I was just kind of off all day. So I didn't really get nearly as much done as I'd been hoping to, but that's okay. These things come and go. Those feelings pass. For me, fortunately, those feelings always pass really quickly. And then I get back into doing what I love. So I don't know if since the last time I showed this, I did finish this triangle there. So that's also done. So slow and steady. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. Oh, I need more time. I need more time. Okay, so yeah, that was it. That was it. Some knitting. Quite a bit of knitting, actually. I find knitting is very therapeutic for me. It's one of those things, because it's so tactile and because I have a lot of projects that are, I don't need to look at the pattern. I don't need to think too hard about what I'm doing. That I can just knit and purl and do the odd little, fancy stitch every once in a while. But that's it. And so I did actually quite a bit more knitting than stitching this week, but that's okay. Oh, you can see normally I make sure that I tidy up here before I start recording, but I see that I forgot to move my watering can. That's how I fill up the water in my iron. So my ironing board is right here. So I keep my watering jug up there. I go through a lot of I have to refill my iron a lot. I use it a lot when I'm making bags. So there's my watering can. Real life. Okay, that's all I had for whips. I did buy a pattern. This week I went to, my family was down last week, which was really, really nice. My aunt from British Columbia is visiting for the summer. And so my parents came down last week, and they brought my aunt down, and they stayed overnight last Wednesday. And my aunt said, so I'm not going to use names here, but her daughter has just started stitching recently, and she's, I don't know, early 20s, I think. She's early 20s, and she's just started stitching, which is super exciting. She's now my second cousin from my dad's side of the family who also stitches, because my other aunt's daughter is a stitcher, and she's been a stitcher for a while. And so we went to Stitch at Central. My mom, my aunt, and I, we drove to Stitch at Central last Wednesday, and my mom wanted to buy her niece, my cousin, a gift for my aunt to take back home with her. So she chose out a kit for my aunt to take back to my cousin as a gift. So that was fun. And you know, when you're at a stitching store, what are you gonna do other than browse the patterns, right? Do I need another pattern? No. Do I need another pattern? That's a laughable question. But I usually find something that catches my eye. I only bought one thing, and it is a Scarlet House pattern, and it's called A Perfect World. So, I know, right? It's not a geometric design. Shocking. So it says, in a perfect world, you would find me here with the birds and the flowers and the dogs and the deer. And, you know, it's got birds and a house. So I love it. And you know what I really love about it? I love this fill-in. Oops, I'm pointing here because on the back, the picture is repeated there. So I love this bottom here. And Tanya, the designer, Tanya Brockmeyer, she has a picture of her, I'm assuming those are her dogs on the back. Look at these guys. Look at those little dogs. They're adorable. So this was, when was this designed? Doesn't have a year on the outside, and I'm not gonna crinkle open it up at the moment. But anyways, I don't know when I'm gonna start it. I just really liked it. Sometimes when we buy patterns, it's more just because it's a collection, right? People collect stamps. People collect coins. I collect beautiful patterns. And you know, there are very few patterns in my stash from the last 30 years that I don't still look at and think, oh, I just love that so much. I can't wait to stitch it one day. And that's, you know, I'm okay with that. I'm looking at my list, and really I tried to keep my list concise today because I knew I had a lot going on. So the only other thing I have to talk about today is the shop, Evertote. I don't have any new bags right now at the moment. It has been a week full of lots of other things that I've been working on and dealing with. So no new bags in the shop. I have at least 3 fabrics that I am dying to dig into. So I'm really hoping that I get a chance to do that this weekend. And if I do, I will be posting those on Instagram. I have an Instagram page for the business at Evertotes. And if you follow me over there, you'll have first notification of when any new bags go up in the shop. I'm also really hoping to make a few more patchwork bags this weekend. I love making patchwork bags. There's something about using up scraps of my fabric that are like old friends and getting to revisit them and put them together in different ways that I find both satisfying creatively, and I don't even know what the word is, but it's kind of like, it's just like, oh, there, I used it up. That feels good. Does that make sense? I love making patchwork bags. So I hope to make a few of those this weekend. And just a little heads up, little sneak heads up. The last summer I put out a kit, and the last 2 Christmases I've put out a kit. There may be a summer kit coming out soon. It's a collaboration, so there is, surprise. There's a summer kit coming out It is a collaboration between myself and 2 other people, and the date that I have in mind for that is August 6th. So you've got first heads up, and there will only be 40. There will only be 40 kits total, and they will be available as a pre-order. I'll have a little sneak peek of something else next week, a little bit more information, but then the actual kit itself, I'd like to wait until I get back from the New Jersey retreat. So I will film, I won't be filming a video on the Monday right after the retreat because that's the day I'm driving home. And so I'll put out a video on the Tuesday, and I will release the pre-order of the Summer Evertote kit on August the 6th. So little heads up there. And that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's all. Thank you. Thank you. Just an enormous thank you to everyone who has sent me a message in the last week, 48 hours. You name it. You know, if you sent me a message of kindness, of a hug, of a thought, of good wishes, bon vie, it really has made me feel incredibly lucky to be a member of this community. You are amazing, and thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, that's it for me, and I will see you on Friday for Friday Off the Grid Stitch With Me video. I don't know what I feel like working on yet. I'm still, you know, every time I go up to the bedroom, I look at Savon because it's on my floor frame. I think, yeah, I really want to work on that again. But then, you know, maybe I want to work on this, or maybe I want to work on that. Again, it's that whole kind of not really knowing what I want to do, so I flip from project to project to project. Just a phase. It'll be over soon. And yeah, so I'll see you on Friday. I'm gonna stop talking now. Stop talking. Right. Happy stitching. Have a great week, and I will see you on Friday. Take care.